Today we're going to talk about the 4 most important things you should consider upgrading anytime you get a new bow, whether it's an entry-level bow like this or it's a high-end bow. Also, make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. I've got some pretty cool information on some free stuff. If you've never been here before, my name is Trent and I appreciate you coming to watch this video. And if you have been here before, well, I appreciate you coming back. So this is the bow I'm shooting this year. Now this is the Dragon X8. I did a video review on this bow and it's definitely an entry-level bow. And I'm shooting it because I want to show people that you don't have to have the most expensive thing in the world to be successful, right? If you want a full overview on this bow, there'll be a link in the description where I dive in depth about it and all the accessories it comes with, but we're not going to talk about that today. Instead, we're going to talk about the things I'm going to upgrade on this bow this year to make it better in the woods for me. Now we're going to talk about the 4th most important thing you should upgrade on a new bow. That's the stabilizer. Now I want you to keep something in mind. I do not put the stabilizer in a very high regard when it comes to upgrading. The reason it's on this list at all is because I do think there is a little bit to be gained by a better stabilizer setup, but I don't think you have to do it. Matter of fact, on a lot of entry-level bows, you'll see stuff like this. It's a rubber stabilizer and it's there to help absorb shock, and that's fine. But I gotta tell you, I've shot a lot of different bows, and I've shot bows that vibrate like hitting a metal fence post with a wooden baseball bat.
And I have dingers.
And they've never affected my accuracy. What a stabilizer is really for is to help you stabilize the bow in your hand to make it as accurate as possible. And that's why my stabilizer looks like this. It's a quick disconnect I got off Amazon. It's a fire knock titanium bar and a couple 1-ounce bee stinger weights. And that's it. And the biggest reason I choose this is because it balances every bow I've put it on well. I also like the small diameter so it doesn't act like a sail in the wind. And the titanium bar is just covered in shrink wrap. That way it's black instead of silver. Arrows are the next thing you should probably upgrade. I've got a couple different options here that I've got experience with. First is a cheaper option. This is a Victory V-Force. You can get these for right around 40 bucks for a 6-pack. These are great arrows. They're standard diameter 2.245. You have lots of options available as far as inserts and nocks and everything else. However, what I'm planning to shoot this year is the Victory Extreme Velocity. These are the same arrows I shot last year. They're built up for high FOC, so it's 23.1% FOC. It's real heavy up front. Total arrow weight's like 550-ish, right around there. I don't really remember. It's got lighted nocks. They're great arrows. Victory is just a company I've had a lot of experience with. I really like their arrows. I believe in the product they make. That's why I keep shooting them. Now the second most important thing to upgrade, bow sight. So this bow comes with a 5-pin, really cheap, low-end bow sight. And I could absolutely take this out and kill deer with it. I know for a fact because I've done it with sights similar to this in the past. I know several people that have. I know people that still do. Heck, I know guys that put 3-pin sights like this on $1,200 bows and go out and kill deer all the time. The biggest thing an upgraded sight like the Easy V here or a high-end pen sight is going to get you is it's going to get you better visibility for your pens, or V in this case, in a lower light scenario. And what that does is it extends your shooting time further into those legal minutes, if that makes sense. So the last 15 minutes and first 15 minutes of the day in the woods or in a blind are particularly dark. And sometimes that's when the animal you're trying to kill is out and you need to be able to shoot that. And with cheaper bow sights, you can't always do that. With a nicer bow sight though, you can see your pins or the V and you can make that shot. The number one thing you can upgrade on any bow is your arrow rest. And I particularly like high-end drop-away arrow rest. Now most everything else I'm going to tell you don't need to spend a lot of money, but this is the one area on a bow that I really feel like you need to spend money. A low-end drop-away rest can be inconsistent, it can be hard to time properly, it can cease functioning, it can have cheap parts. There's just so many things that can go wrong, and if you don't want to spend a lot of money, stick to a whisker biscuit. You can get a whisker biscuit for around 60 bucks and they're fine rests. I just personally prefer a drop-away. Now the biggest reason I prefer a drop away over a whisker biscuit is because of forgiveness after the shot. So when you release, there's going to be some bow torquing going on for almost everybody. A whisker biscuit could accentuate that bow torque downrange. A drop away rest could alleviate that bow torque downrange. So what I mean is when you release your arrow and the arrow's going off the rest, if you torque it all, your arrow's still touching that whisker biscuit and you could potentially mess up your arrow flight. With a drop away, as the name implies, the rest drops out of the way and gives you some leeway so you don't have that problem. Now this is another one of those things I'm not brand specific on. This particularly is a QAD MXT. This will be the third bow I believe this rest has been on, and I've had great luck with it. Before that, I shot a QAD HDX. That is on one of my buddy's bows currently. That arrow rest is 11 years old. Lord knows how many arrows have been through it, and it's still kicking. So, you know, quality there. I've shot ripcord aces, great experience there. I've shot HHA Viridis rests, great experience there. The biggest key is just a nice high-end quality drop away rest. It doesn't, like I said, brand doesn't matter. Just make sure it's a good rest. Now for all this stuff that I'm covering, I'll have links in the description so you can find the product specifically I'm pointing out or something similar or of equal quality, because I'm going to put some options down there just in case. I know some people like to color customize, or you know, budgets differ. So I'm going to put some options in there so you can pick what works best for you. So now that we've talked about all the things I'm going to do to upgrade, look forward to more videos in the future in a series where I show you how to mount and individually set up each object, and then I show you how I tune my bow to get it ready for hunting season. Also, remember when I said at the beginning of the video, watch to the end for some free stuff information?
Some free stuff.
Well, Sanlita was nice enough to send me 3 of these bows. This one's for me to shoot, but I'm going to give away one of the other 2 that I have right now.
Sweet.
And here's how to enter. Tell me how long you've been doing archery in the comment section below and what your favorite arrow is. Now, if you're new to archery, say I'm new, I don't have any of that stuff, and that's fine. That still counts as an entry. But if you've been in for a while, I'd like to know. I'd like to know more about the people watching my video. And just a little information about the bow to see if you're actually interested in winning. First off, it's a free bow, so how are you not interested? Second off, it's a great bow. There's a ton of adjustability, so it's great for youth if you've got a little one that wants to start shooting. It's great for a bow fishing bow if you're into that or you want to get into that. If you've got an older bow and you're looking to upgrade, this could absolutely do that. If you just want a new bow for the corral, ta-da! I mean, like I said, free bow, right? Super easy. We'll say 2 weeks from today, the posting date, I will come back and get in the comment section and I'll pick one of you randomly and I'll get a hold of you and we'll send you out the bow. Now make sure you check back in, because I don't have any other way to get a hold of you except for that comment section. I don't have your personal information. I'll have to get that later. So, like I said, just comment below. Tell me how long you've been doing archery, what your favorite arrows are, and we'll get you entered to possibly win a full kit of one of these bows. That's it. Catch you on the next one. Peace.